Well, good day nerds. Today we're going to take a look at a replay I had in 9.6. I would have made this video earlier if I had time, but I didn't have time at that moment. We are going to play Grille 15 in Faust. Our team has a hull down tank, a hull down tank, a hull down tank, a heavy tank which does a lot of damage, a good assault tank destroyer but has quite weak modules that can be easily broken, and the E4 which has 6 degrees of gun depression cannot be hull down because it has a massive tumor and doesn't really have else has going for it other than having a good gun. Enemy team has a hull down tank, a hull down tank, a hull down tank. They have a good tank destroyer 268, very good camo rating. The only bad thing about 268 is the muzzle velocity, that's it. Then they have the skill tank type 71. It takes so much skill to play the tank. Then they have M46 Baton. That is not that good. Well, at least they have one medium, unlike us. And they have a 128mm waffle. Starting the replay. There we go. This is quite bad for us for a few reasons. The first reason is, of course, we don't have any mediums, so if we go to either side we'll have to go blind and we might end up fighting either 7 tanks or every other 7 tank. If you go here, then if you don't find tanks over there, then they're probably flanking over here, then all of the tanks that are sitting over here trying to snipe are in trouble. And as Blitz players are generally not that good at looking at this particular box or this particular box on touchscreen, they generally tend to die quite early. Here we have a Grille 15. I attempted to break their tracks by shooting HE, but I completely missed. Attempt was made so Grille tracks will be broken and somebody else can shoot him. I hit the 57 instead. I'm going to blind shot him. Need to move out of the way. 57 just shot. There's a type 71 in the open. This is why you go to this position. Then the M46 Spartan is doing a very bad job at being a spotting medium. We can take out that stupid type 71. And the M46 is rushing like no tomorrow despite being spotted. Okay, there's the 4 degrees of gun depression on the Grille. Make the smack it once. You'd see that I have very weird consumable loadout. I run this for the end game situation when you can run a gun, as Grille has quite high dispersion factors, so any minor movement will bloom your gun massively. That's why I have this. In this case, I just wanted to make sure that I'm going to hit the HE round in the waffle. Me and SU win the fight. SC mostly loses hit point, which is bad for them. Now we're going to flank because we don't have any other tank that could do that other than us. Prioritizing Grille 15 and 57 heavy because we can HE those guys. Grille is kind enough to get into open. 980, that's a quite nice high roll. After the Wargaming nerfed the damage per shot at Grille for whatever reason to 900 and 600. This is 57 heavy. Like I said, Blitz players don't pay attention to minimap often, so I'm going to able to set up a shot, hedge him. That was a low roll, and get lucky that 57 heavy misses. And you can also hedge his 268 in the rear. Going to get rid of that guy, paying attention to the triangle that was coming towards me. And I'm going to just hide so my teammates over here can kill this guy. Easy. About 6,000 damage dealt, 7-0. Game was won because their 2 tanks that went to spotting completely butchered themselves. Did very bad spotting maneuver, just trust in, and really thought that's going to go well for them. And the tanks weren't really cut out to fight over there, because only tanks that have armor profile is 60 TP and type 71. 57 doesn't really have armor profile. If you're going to attempt to play hull down 57 heavy, you would be pretty much always penetrated in that tank, as long as the enemy that is shooting you doesn't get unlucky. There are few strips of 400mm armor profile and 57 heavy which you can hit if you get unlucky. That's what I'm talking about. And 46 doesn't have armor profile, and that map is kind of close. Unless you commit to one particular part, you wouldn't really know what is over there. But what M46 Spartan did is went to middle and pretty much committed suicide. The Waffle Tractor did the same thing, but they actually went to proper side of medium. They just couldn't realize that a high damage per minute tank destroyer and a high damage per minute tank destroyer, fighting those guys is a bad idea in Waffle and M46 Spartan. They could have cut their losses and let this bad player die. I mean, that sounds harsh, but that is what you have to do if you want to win game. You have to increase your survivability, otherwise you won't have opportunity to do any damage. 268 didn't do anything despite tank being quite fine. Can't really complain about that guy because often you have server side issue or you just went away because the life exists. Game isn't that important. Type 71 on the other hand was quite bad player. Rushed in the open and got smacked from every single direction. We can say they got unlucky, but it's a Type 71. Nobody really cares if you die. Everyone would be really happy if you die. That's it.